Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Bhadram Karne Bhisrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pasye Makshabhiryajatra Sthirairangai Tushtavagum Sastanubhihi Vyasema Devahitam Yadajuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhasravaha Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti nastarshyo arishtanemihi Swasti no Brihaspati dadatu Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Om Agnenaya Supatharaye Asman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yuyodhyasmadjuhuranameno Bhuyishtham Te Namamuktim Vidhema Om Shanti 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 Om Na Brahman Brahmano Brahmavatyasi Jayatam Arashtre Rajanya Shuraishavyo Divyadhi Maharatho Jayatam Dobdhridhenu Purandhiryosha Jishnu-ratheshtha Sabheyo yuva Asya yadamanasya viro jayatam Nikame nikame na parjanyo varshato Phalavatsyo na oshadhayaha pachyantam Yogakshemo na kalpetam Om Shanti 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 Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vakpranaschakshuhu Srotramatho Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarotu Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam me astu Tadatmani nirateya upanishatsu dharma te mayi santu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So today we are having the opportunity soon after the Vijayadashmi, the Devi Navaratras. Actually, from Vijayadashmi, the Veda gets refreshed and also started. Therefore, many students make it a point to go to Guru on Vijayadashmi day and get initiation into a mantra or a Upanishad or Veda or some Ramayana or Durga, something like that, which is all connected to the spirituality, which is helpful for the tapas. So tapas is an important thing, that is austerity. English people say it austerity, or they simply use it as a penance, whatever that. But tapaha is something generating energy, heat, power, and more like that in us, so that we remain constantly energetic, active, enthusiastic, and never show the signs of fatigue or negligence or etc. like that, because Devakarya is a very important thing in our life. We may do many karyas, many works, but all karyas have got karanam. And that karanam and karya are Amrita Rupaha Mahavishnuhu Eva, is the is the ruling that all our Upanishads gives. Who is Mahavishnu? He is Amrita Rupaha and Amrita Nidhi, Amrita Varsha. Therefore, we are all Mrutas. When once we take birth upon this earth, we are liable for death, decay, and diminishing. And we cannot hope, however beautiful is the earth, however comfortable is our house, however affectionate are your relatives, however richness you possess, etc., all of them you have to give up. Only when you develop vairagya or detachment and attachment to spirituality, there is good progress. And for this kind of attachment, age is not the deciding factor. People say, after retirement, I will do it. After this work, I do it. After this job. Nothing after is something uncertain for us. Therefore, it is said for us that Ajara Amaravat Prajnaha Vidyam Artham Cha Sadhayet Grihita Iva Keseshu Mrutyuna Dharma Macharet. So one of the Subhashitas tell us most important clue. See, whenever you want to earn knowledge, add knowledge to you, also understanding of the knowledge you are getting, on the other hand, also the acquisition of property, artha, sanchaya. So property, landed property, mobile property, stira asti, chara asti, whatever, you should always acquire that as though you are not growing old, in a sense that you are not going unable or incapacitated for that. So always you should try to look for Vidyarjana and Dhanarjana or Artharjana. But the Subhashtakara Bhartruhari will say that Grihita iva keseshu mrutyuna dharma macharet. So far as you come to dharma, you have to be executing that instantaneously, always, as though the mrityu, the god of death, has already caught you by hair. So therefore, when once people catch you by hair, you cannot do anything like that. So you will be pulled, and pain and pulling. These two are very bad things. We don't want to. Therefore, before that kind of happening happens, you should take regard to the dharma. And that's why, see, right things don't happen suddenly without your effort. But wrong things will always happen as they are, because they are meant for happening, wrong things. That's why the do's are unattractive, don'ts are attractive. Therefore, so why I'm telling is that the Svetasvataropanishad is one of the important Upanishads among the Upanishads, which will teach us that you have to be constantly engaged in doing worship to the gods in a manner or two, whatever is convenient. That's why Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam, Yad Bhaktya, Archayamam, Arpayati. Krishna is coming down to the zero level almost, saying that, my dear people, my dear bhaktas, one flower, one leaf, bilvam or tulsi, and one drop of water, with bhakti you offer it, I am completely happy. Imagine, that means in respect of doing puja to anybody, there is no poverty at all. And apart from all these items or vastus, we are also endowed with the manas. That's why manasa puja. You know, Lord Shankara, Acharya Shankara, having done so many stotras, he also has given us manasa stotras. And among them, Siva Manasa Stotra is very popular, because your mind is very important. How you mend your mind, how you direct your mind, that all depends upon your self-culture, self-discipline, and a desire for self-enlightenment. So here, we are in the 4th chapter, 13th sloka, where the God has been defined to us, to whom you should worship. There is all in Hiranyagarbha Sukta, we have but some mantras have been picked up. Actually, the Hiranyagarbha Sukta occurs in the Rig Veda. It is one of the creation suktas. Mostly we have got three important suktas in Rig Veda. One is Purusha Suktam, Hiranyagarbha Suktam, and third one is Nasadiya Suktam. Nasadasit Sadasit. That's how it begins. Dirghatamas, who is born blind. He is the seer of that great Nasadiya Suktam, which talks about the creation. So there are other instances also in other scripture, in other texts of the Vedas and elsewhere. But here we have got that kind of creation. So Kasmai Devaya Vishavideva is the ruling that which is the God to whom we have to go to worship. So Ka means also Prajapati. And who is that Prajapati? Mahavishnu. And of course, Prajapati is Brahma, you tell it. Brahma is the son of Vishnu or the creation. Therefore, we have to remember the Prajana, Prajapati, Brahmanam Brahmaha. He is the super Brahma. Therefore, to him we have to offer, because he is said to be the Antimo Devaha. Why you should offer all that? See, 13th sloka has informed us that he has got some noble functions. For example, he says, Devanam Adipaha. He is the Lord of the gods. Secondly, all the lokas are in him only. And whatever lokas or whatever worlds or all that, the regions are there, they are all embedded in him, in his personality. And one by one, as per the need and expectation and work, they are all given out from Narayana. See, Narayana, there is a Narayana Upanishad where you can get the secret of the working and him as the source for any and everything in the world. Narayanat jayate, Narayanat Narayane, Narayane liyate, Narayanam Brahma, etc. That's how you see that. And also, not only he created the beings, there should be one overlord or a king, a Raja, a person who is able to take care of them, the human welfare. And all connected to that has to be taken by one authority, is called Raja. Therefore, the bipeds and quadruped, Dipadaha, Chatushpadaha, they are all there under his control. Therefore, any itch, any ill will happens to anybody, either to animal or to the human or anybody, they have to put their petition to God. And as you know, for Rama, it is said that Apadam apartaram dataram sarvasampadam lokabhiramam Sri Ramam bhuyo bhuyo namamyam. This is a classical verse in praise of Rama, because he is the Lord of the accidents, difficulties, death also. So he will be helping us. And therefore, next finally, it is said that Prajapati Devata, to him we have to offer. And in the 14th sloka, I covered already that, well, if you are to know, I'm just reading that and then give you gist and go to the next verse from where you have got to continue our session. Sutshmati sutshmam kalilasya madhye visvasya sashtaramane karupam visvasyaikam pariveshtitaram gnatva shivam Shantimatyantameti. So, what do you want in life? And whatever that you get in form of riches, in form of relations, they do not give you Shanti. But what gives you Shanti is to make prayer. That's why pranantum stotum va kathamakruta punya prabhavati. Acharya Sankara tells you, you should turn into be a Kruta Punya. That is, you should have some Punya deposited in your life's journey. No Punya, all Papa, we know. We go to the third tier of the stomach of Paramatma, not even hoping for Janma again to get rid of the Runas. See, you can get rid of the Runa only when you have got a body, when you have got a Janma. Janma, karma. And so Janma idre unte karma. Karma unte Janma. So they are all complementary to each other. Therefore, Shivam Shanti Matyeti means he will be getting the Shanti. What is Shanti? That is, he will be assuming absolute infinite peace. So Shanti is the moksham. The Shanti is the nirvanam. Shanti is the samambonam. And Shanti is something when you do not have any other things. In other words, it is absolutely a status where you silence your mind, where you mute your mind. And when once you mute your mind or withdraw all the thoughts from your mind, when you empty your mind, then Paramatma will start working on your mind. Therefore, because this Paramatma is Visvasya Pariveshtitaram Ekam Natva, there are not many gods, but all many gods are the administrative forces. Something like in an office, only one boss, one officer, all others are employees. So all employees go for the signature of the officer. That's why here also the same in larger way, that is Ekam. Ekam Pariveshtitaram. There is only one who is pervading. And moreover, who is that great God? He is a Visvasya Srashta. He is the creator of the entire universe. That's why Vishnu Sahasranama, as you know, begins Vishwam, Vishnu. And when you say Vishnu, Vyapakastabdhyam, Vishnuna Vyapakatvam Jyotyate. By the word Vishnu, you will see the pervasiveness, the quality of pervasiveness, quality and ability of enveloping the entire universe, nook and corner, like Surya Bhagavan. You know, Surya Bhagavan is the Parabrahma because there is no nook and corner unlit if Surya were to come into horizon. Therefore, he is called as a Srashta, but he is available in Aneka Rupam. See, in Ramayana, elsewhere it is said, Suryodaya has got so much of message to all people in the world, even animals. The Brahmins are tempted or urged to go to bath and Devata Archana, Puja, meditation, yoga, Vidyabhyasa, and Acharya Samipagamana, and they declare themselves Antevasanam. So that's all would happen to a Brahmin or any person in want of knowledge. And you know, Kshatriyas, they become ready to sit on the throne for judgment and deciding the cases, and always leaning towards the Nyayam, kneeling towards Dharma. And if at all anybody comes and attacks or anything like that, Kshatratrayata is a Kshatriya. So the sunrise will give work for the Kshatriyas, officers, office-going people. And the Vaishyas open their shops and start the Vyapara, trying to supply the needed things to all the customers who come to them in want of that. That's the Vaishyas, morning, right in the morning. Then again, Sudras will go to the field. They take their food or tiffin box and go to the field and start working to produce so many food grains, so many food items, vegetables and all that. Therefore, that's why it is called Aneka Rupam. So the word, the Surya Bhagavan or Parabrahma, the moment he creates all people, the moment he comes to the horizon up, then work starts. That's why it is said in Vishnu Sahasranama, we have got the word Karanam, Karanam, Karta. So these three words you take together as a combination. Karanam, doing. Karanam, the reason for doing. Karta, the doer. So the doing, reason for doing, and all that is online. And that's interesting thing that we have to observe. So when you make Vishnu Sahasranama Parayana, it is not simply running after and going up to the last 108 sloka or 130 to 140 sloka. No, you have to, no matter one sloka, you read. Ekamap slokena, even Vishnu himself said, how can I get the phalam of that? Means the Namo Brahmanya Devaya, Go Brahmana Hitaya, Jagadhitaya Krishnaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. And therein again said that, so Okka Slokam Cheppukunte Chalu, all the punyam comes to you. That's how. And again, where is he found? How do I locate this God? You say that Astikatvam is there. That is where God, everybody is a theosophy, theist, not atheist. So a theist will want to know where is the God, but he's not available. He's not visible to our human physical eye. Even the sun sound moving in the sky with great speed, hum, om, not heard by the human ear. The capacity of human ear, human eye, and all the such parts, or panchendriyas, is quite limited. And therefore, how is he like? Sutshma, ati sutshmam. This Devaha, he is there available to us in a minutest atom. Even atom can be split. Atom can be divided, atom cannot be divided. Two theories. But ultimately we come to know that even we can divide the atom also. Something like splitting the hair. They say hair splitting arguments. See, it is very hard to split the hair vertically, not horizontally. So still people are there expertised to be able to split the hair. That's what. So sutshma, ati sutshma. And in that form, Paramatma is available to us. And if you are able to meditate, visualize, get darshan of that Paramatma, what would happen to you? It is a positive experience. Shivam Shantim Eti. That too, not Shivam Shantam, not simply peace and Shanti, peace, but you will get Ati Shivam and Ati Shantam. Beautiful. We are never satisfied with things that we come to us, but we always keep on wanting. When you get your wants fulfilled, the desire won't stop. When your desire is fulfilled, the want will not stop. So there is always a vying between want and desire. With this, all people are sandwiched. And therefore, without knowledge, their time span is being spent away. That's why he says, we have seen Dinayaminya Sayam Prata. Shankaracharya is one who is able to give to us the essence of all Upanishads, the message contained in all Upanishads, something like in Bhagavad Gita. Afterwards, we got this particular Bhagavad Gita, Vishnu Sahasranamam, Vizuranite. Well, these are all the texts where you get the essence of Upanishad being told as in a capsule model, small antibiotic capsules, you can imagine. So he said that Shivam Shantam. Now, the 15th sloka, if Nandan is there, he can recite. Otherwise, I will do myself. Sayeva kale bhuvanasya gupta vishwadhipaha sarvabhuteshu gudha yasmin yukta brahmarshayo devatascha tamevam gnatva mrutyupasam chinatti. It's again a most beautiful Upadesham or mantra coming from Svetasvatara That Svetasvatara Maharshi tells everybody that you have to overcome all kinds of difficulties, impediments, and problems as you are breathing the life. And that kind of overcoming has been done by Brahmarshis and Devatas. And also, how the Brahmarshis are the great seers and gods have done that? Yuktaha. Yukta word tells you yoga. That's why yogenante tanutyajam. See, Kalidasa in Abhignana, in the Raghuvamsam tells that what was the calendar of life of all the Raghu Maharajas. See, in essence, he gives out, that is the great Rishi. Maharshi is Kalidasa, a great Sanskrit poet whose name is even today immortal and whose name brought great credit to our India. So, when Britishers came and asked a Kashmirian Pandit, we speak about Shakespeare, we speak about his plays. You Indians, have you any such great poet like our Shakespeare in India? Also some great works like that which our Shakespeare did it. Then immediate thanks to that Kashmirian Pandit who knew Persian language also, because they don't understand Sanskrit. So in Persian language, probably he told immediately, yes, we have got a great poet, Kalidasa. And what is his great work? Abhignana Shakuntalam. So these are the two works which have brought, two people have brought great eminence and dignity and decorum to our Indian culture, Indian civilization, and Indian heritage. And so even today, it is live. So many civilizations have come. We don't know their names at all, forgotten, they have disappeared. But now constant flow is the Indian Vedic civilization, Vedic heritage, Vedic culture, and it is live. That's what we go by the name Hinduism. So later on comes. So that Hinduism, people are adopting, not though they are born in different countries, when they come to know about the sweetness, about the depth of knowledge and emancipational gadgets which our Hinduism has got, then people are turning Hindus. Recently, we see that even some people are turning, the important people. When they turn, so many people also turn. So not necessary to become that. At least if you are aware and practice that life of Hindu, it itself is a great. That's why Mrityu Chinati and Kale Bhuvanasya Gupta. Who is this God? Is another definition for Paramatma. He remains to be a protector. Gupta is the king. Gupta is the protector. So the king is constant protector at all times. And therefore, king is respected by all people. Bhuvana, that's why, who is the ornament for the earth? So, Prithivya Bhushanam Raja. There's beautiful Sabhashita. I'm trying to quote all these things to tell you that whatever has been hinted or suggested or marked in our Upanishad has already been told to us through other media, Subhashitas, for example. So here said Prithivya Bhushanam Raja, Nabhaso Bhushanam Chandraha, and Naryaha Bhushanam Lajja, and Purushanam Bhushanam Vidya, like that. So Lajja is the ornament for ladies, and different ornaments are for the man, and for sky, it is the moon, because he is called Amrutakiranaha. Chandra is Amrutakirana. Nobody would like to hold umbrella for moonlight. If at all he votes, he should be in the hospital, bedlam anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Our hospital ಸೇರಿಸಬೇಕು. No, you should not keep, nobody will. And also, Prithivya Bhushanam Raja. So the Lord of the earth is the king. And therefore, and that king is called as a Gupta, Guptaram. So he always, that's why certain highest officers also will keep the telephone just next to their bed in their bedroom. Or even doctors, seasoned doctors who are very much famous, they also keep, who are service-minded, they keep their telephone next to them when they are sleeping. And that is the positiveness in all these people who have the character and power to protect any times, because the emergencies have not got any kind of dating or timing. That's why I said Rakshasas and Rogas. They are highly friendly. They all become active only in the night time. So most of the time, the emergencies crop up in the night, midnight, or even. Therefore, at 2 o'clock, people go to the hospital, emergency ward, or they say, "Look that." So we don't know. The other day, the Vedic student here in Chicago was telling, "Sir, sickness, when people get, how they get, we don't know. But we in the doctors are awaiting for them to attend in the hospital. I can't come to your class today, sir." So like that, if a good doctor is there, he would say that. So that's why Gupta. And moreover, Sarvabhuteshu Gudha. Mostly don't think that he's simply sitting in a big palace. No, he is there in the heart of all people whoever are given birth. That's why the God will be a protector at each stage, at each minute. We have to have a belief like that. For example, the baby, when she wants to start learning or walking, it falls down, losing balance. And when it falls down repeatedly at that particular period of life, it is not hurt at all. It will not cry. Just it makes one or two steps, falls down, again gets up and do it. So that's exactly an example where the Paramatma is there to protect one and all whom he creates, Sarvabhuteshu. Because why should he take that kind of responsibility? Sarv Viswadhipaha. The God, that's why Prathamo Daivyo Bhishaku. Rudra, Mahavishnu, Vaidyo Narayano Harihi. You say Vaidyo Narayano Harihi. Who is Narayana? Is Hari. That means he is a remover, healer. And not only healer and remover, how does it? Vaidyaha. He is a Veda Vidwan, he is a Roga Vidwan, and he is a Roga. He knows what Roga it is. Diagnostic things are also known to him. That's why he is called as the Roga Nivarakaha. And that is Paramatma, Parabrahma. In Narayanim also, the Bhattatari has given us a beautiful cream sloka by reciting which we are all relieved of all sorts of pain anytime. That's why Asmin Paratman Nijap Nija Dhanupadma Kalpe Tumitha Mitha Pitapadma Yonihi Ananta Bhuma Mamarogarasim Nirundhivatalaya Vasa Vishnu. So this sloka tells you that he is a Viswadhipa, Sarva Bhuteshu Gudha, and again Bhuvanasya Gopa. There are Chaturdasa Bhuvanaha, Saptaloka, so much is the expanse of the horizons, or the lokas, or the Bhuvanas, everywhere he is there. And therefore, because of that super eminence, super presence, omnipotent, omniscient, and omniscient, omnipotent, and is all omni in English we tell that, omnipresent. So because of that kind of super power in Paramatma, our Upanishatkara, Svetasvatara tells that Maharshayaha, Brahmarshayaha, Devatascha. See, Brahmarshi is the ultimate rank among the Rishis. Everywhere you see the ranking. Right from our birth, there is a ranking. To say truth, I am the sixth child. My rank among the children born to my parents, I am the sixth child. And Arulalan, you must have heard about him. He's an astrologer and who is a good friend of our Kendra. He says, I am the 13th child of my parents. So that kind of ranking is there the moment we come into the world. When you go to school and college and university, again there is ranking. So depending upon the rank you get, you are getting the dividends, you are getting the results. That's why. So illi Brahmarshi andre Rishi, Rajarshi, and again we have got Brahma, you again have got Devarshi, then Brahmarshi, then Brahma. So these are all the ranks among the Rishis, even among the sannyasis also. They are all called Parivrajaka. That is, they are all, and Paramahamsa, Parivrajakacharya, etc. All these ranking is there. The moment we are born, we don't escape the marking of our own status in this world. So even among the ashramas, Brahmacharya, then Gruhastha, then Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa. So that's why Brahmarshaya means those who have reached the top level of ranking, who have that kind of practices, and their aim is only Brahma. Brahmanam prati yaha rishihi charati saha brahmarshihi. That rishi basically is a rishi, but who has absolute dedication, all the 24 hours towards that Brahma, and then he is called as a Brahmarshi. And basically we have got one called as Brahmachari. So you see, for example, Anjaneya is still to be a Brahmachari. We consider Ganapati also as a Brahmachari. And later on things may change. But Brahmanam prati yaha charati, pujam karoti, dhyanam karoti, saha yaha saha brahmachari. This is how the derivation goes in Sanskrit. We have got samasas. So brahmachari, and here we have got maharshaya, brahmarshaya, and devatascha, those who have attained the Godhead. What is Godhead? To be always bright, brilliant, enthusiastic, ready to share their mahima to the needy people, at the same time trying to increase their mahima constantly through a medium or the other medium. That's why all human beings who are born are being advised to do some Devata Puja per day. Few minutes of meditation, few minutes of Gantanada, few seconds of lighting the lamp, oil lamp, not the electric lamp. So no, oil lamp, because oil is important, because oil indicates a symbolism for bhakti. That's why he says that Vairagya Taila Sampurne, Taila Bhakti is Vairagya. Unless you have got Vairagya, you cannot get into the palace of Bhakti. Therefore, that Vairagya is the oil. The oil lamp you should prefer. And therein ginger oil or ghee. Ghee is first best. In the next step is the ginger oil. And then all kinds of oils are there, but they are not promoted. And ultimately, if you want to have your deepam, long life, then you should use a castor oil. Amada deepamulo చాలా వరకు చాలా కాలం ఉంటుంది. So, but these days people have lost all that utility of oil for God's lamp. They just keep their electric lamp, small bulbs on in the Devata Gruha. They think that Akhanda Deepam. No. So that's why Devataha means those who have attained all that kind of eminence by virtue of Yajna. So in Mahanarayana Upanishad, in the last section, we have already noted that Yagnena Devataha Devaha Suvaragachan Yagno Hivaram. So he said, by performing Yagna, gods have gone to Swargaloka. So Yagna, or work, or worship, devotion, spirituality is the clue for people to turn to attain the Godhead. So when once you know Tamevam Gnatva, and once you know him to be like that, then what is your stability you acquire? That you are able to slowly get rid of the strings that will cause you death. See, that's why we have to make a prayer. As you are healthy, God must be kind to take you away when time clicks at the maturity of age. Not getting our body punctured with injections and all medical instruments. No, don't want a puncturing of our body repeatedly for one or the other time medicine to be administered into our body. That's what. But you try to get rid of this kind of ailment, and intervention by any external agency, maybe surgery. No surgical instrument must fall on you. Happily, sunayasena maranam. So that's what it is expected when once you know devam gnatva mrutyupasam chinatti. Chinatti is to once and for all break down. Once and for all cut it out. So you cut it out that you cannot glue back. And most immediate example we can remember is the umbilical cord. From the moment we are out into the world, the first thing that the doctor does is to cut the umbilical cord. No more you require the umbilical cord, because you are disconnected with the mother, and you can independently breathe life, you can independently eat food, you can independently start your life activity. Therefore, like that, that's again a chedana. That's what we call it as a cutting. You cannot again, the moment that umbilical cord is cut, as you all know, that randhram, that hole in our body, gets completely blocked. No opening at all. And that area is very much sacred. Many things are there. That's called, we call it abdominal area. It's a magical box to any surgeon. So that you understand. Another thing is, we are also told in Puranas that there are 11 randhras. Only 9 randhras in our body are operative. And there is one randhra which closes down the moment you deliver. And there is one more in the head crest. So that alone, Sahasrara Sarojata Vasitaye Namo Namaha. When once you do a lot of punyam and all that, you go to the feet of Mahadevi, Lalita Parameswari, Tripurambika, and to the feet of her, where she is there, Sahasrara, and from there you are exiting. That's why Tava in the Saundar Lahari, Shankara tells you, Tava Charana Eva Saranam, Amma Mahataye, Tripura Sundari, your feet is the only gateway for us to get relieved and get moksham. Pada Sevanam and Pada Aradhanam and Pada Namaskaram, etc. Charana Veva Saranav. You look at the word Cha replaced by Sha. Sha indicates Shanti. Sha indicates moksham. Cha indicates the life journey, activity. So when once your feet is good, you are active, energetic, working, facing positive, negative, right things, wrong things, and all that will happen when your feet is there, when you're working. When you're working, failure is there and success is there. So yuddha, vijayam hi chanchala. Because when once you see, life work is a yuddham, is a fighting. So that's always fickle, because you may get, you may not get. So that's exactly where Svetasvataropanishad Maharshi gives you clue. Baba, you have got to chedana, do chedana of the mrityu, because chota mota injuries will be happening. But ultimately, that mrityu is likened metaphorically to a pasha. Pasha means rope. You know, when once people are tied with the strong ropes, it is impossible to get the rope normally removed of its knot. When you want to join, you will just use knots. That's why in Shakespeare says in one of the dramas, he describes the guardian knot. Who can untie the guardian knot? Only Parama, only your bhakti, your rakti, and puja, etc. will only help you to untie that guardian knot. That's what we call mrityupasham. So, ಆ ಮೃತ್ಯುಪಾಶವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಛೇದನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆ ಛೇದನೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಗಳು, ದೇವತೆಗಳು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. Whether they are successful or not, we don't know. But they are remembered even today. Vasishtha, Vishwamitra, Agastya, and Kaundinya, and so on. So many rishis are there, but they are still alive. And some Chiranjeevis are also there. For example, Vyasa Bhagavan is Chiranjeevi. Sri Sankara, Madhva, Ramanuja, all these three acharyas went and met Vyasa, tried to get knowledge, tuition for the Brahma Sutras, come down. They preached their own matas in the world and see that all people become astikas and so on. So here you observe Mrityu Pasha, Varuna Pasha, Yama Pasha, so the word. And therefore you make a prayer. Triyambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanat mrityo see amrutatma mukshiya. So that mrityu is, Rudra is requested that we have to drop down ourselves from the creeper, like the cucumber or brinjal, separated from that. When once you are absolutely free from the point where you have grown so much, and you don't want to, even if you attach a brinjal to the tree, or to the twig, they will not, that brinjal will not have any change. It will be change free. So that's why it is said. And now I am going to the 16th stanza. I hope you understood that. And we go to next one. Ghritatparam mandamivati sukshmam gnatva shivam sarva bhuteshu gudham visvasyekam pariveshtitaram gnatva devam muchyate sarva pasaihi. And another important point we have got to note here in this particular mantra, that we have got to be relieved automatically by itself. from the Mrityupashas. See, Mrityupasa Chedana is one, Mrityupasa Moksha is different. So, Moksha means automatically it should fall down without any effort. Yatha Vrikshasya. No, there is one more statement in Rig Veda that the leaves from the tree branch would automatically fall, not to do anything else. You have not to go to pluck the leaf of the tree when it is completely dry. Sushka Parna, when the time for the leaf to remain at the branch, attached or glued to that branch of the tree is over, the leaf automatically falls down. So we make a prayer to God like the leaf that falls down automatically from the branch of the tree when once the maturity comes up, like that also I should leave this body and get on to the board on to the vehicle of moksha. So like that here in this particular sloka, so gnatva devam muchyate sarvapasaihi. We don't know how many strings are there tying us up to this world samsara. ಈ ಸಂಸಾರ ಪಾಶ ಸಂಸಾರ ಬಂಧನ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಯು ನೋ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಲೈಫ್ ವಿ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಸಲ ಬೀಗ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟೆಡ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬೀಗ ಹಾಕಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ, ಡಬಲ್ ಭದ್ರಾಯ ಭದ್ರಂ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಹಾಕಿರೋ ಬೀಗ ಹಾಕಿರೋ ದ್ವಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬೀಗ ಹಾಕಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಂಗೆ so there are so many. If you want to open the house by just unlocking one lock or two locks, no good. Depends upon how many locks you have put for your door of your house. But when once you have that kind of clue, devam gnatva muchyate sarvapasaihi, having known, having made worship to God, having earned the grace from the God, you automatically get rid of all pasas. It is something like the aircraft. You know, in olden days, I have seen it in aircraft, there will be ground engineers, ground workers, there will be stopper, there will be staircase, everything attached to the airplane, the aircraft, the moment it comes to the airport. But when everything is set right, ready, the staircase van should go away, the luggage van should go away, all ground engineers must get down, etc. All things which are connected to the world and made the aircraft free to fly. Even ultimately, somebody will come and remove that front wheel stopper too. ಅವಾಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಏರ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊನೆಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೆಡಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ, ಆ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ವೀಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪರ್ ಕೂಡ ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ರೆಡಿ ಅಂತಾನೆ. ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಮೇಲೆ then it will fold and then start running and going off and all that when it takes off. So that's how the whole thing goes like that. That's why sarva papai. And who is this great? And who is means ghritat param mandam iva ati sukshmam. So dhrutat param mandam iva ati sukshmam gnatva Sivam sarvabhuteshu gudham. So all factors will, on realizing the blissful one would be there. Then what he has to encompass the world. See, dhrutat param mandam iva ati sukshmam. So he is the mandam, essence. Manda means essence. So ghrutat, because you consider among all things that you offer to the gods, the top one is called Ghritam. Therefore, there are mantras. Ghritam mimikshire. In Rig Veda, you get the mantra Ghritam mimikshire, Ghritamas yadhama. Anta. So, Agni Devana Prarthana Madavaga, try to sprinkle more and more clarified butter to Agni Deva. Why? The reason Rishis immediately give you is that Ghritamasya dhama asya Agni asya havyavahanasya Dhama kim, which is the residential quarter of the Agni, Ghrutam. It is, that's why Ghrutan, Ghrutat Param Mandam. And moreover, Ati Sutshmam, ಈ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಯಾರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, you can't see the Agni, real Agni, Purusha, but you see only the manifestation of that, it is fire. ಬೆಂಕಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಆ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. So whatever that you offer in ಬೆಂಕಿ, you feel that God, Agnideva or other gods have been worshipped and they are given food. One small example ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. And we say that ದೀಪಂ ದರ್ಶಯಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಪೂಜಾ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸೇ ಬೆಂಕಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆಪ್ಪ? ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಧೂಪಂ ಧೂಪಮಾಘ್ರಾಪಯಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ, ನಾನು ಹೊಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಹೊಗೆ ವಾಸನೆ ನೋಡು, ಸೊ ಧೂಪಮಾಘ್ರಾಪಯಾಮಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಧೂಮ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೊಗೆ ಹಾಕೋದು, ಬೆಂಕಿ ತೋರಿಸೋದು, ಆರ್ ದ ಗುಡ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಕಲ್ಚರ್? ನೋ. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಯಾವ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ದೇವಭಾಷಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದೇ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಯಾರೊಬ್ರು ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಸೆಟ್, ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ and all Tyagaraja Kirtanas from Telugu to Tamil. Our Telugu scholar, ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು Tamil ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, Balamurali Krishna was asked to sing one, but people felt unhappy about it. Because ಆ ರುಚಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಹಂಗೇ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. If you transform, the ruchi won't be there. Therefore, Ghrutat Param Mandam and Ati Sutshmam. Who is this Paramatma? He is not very visible. He is that's why Anoraniyan, Mahato Mahiyan, Atma Guhayam Nihita Asyajanto. ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಶ್ವೇತಾಶ್ವರ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಅತಿ ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮವಾಗಿದ್ದಾನವನು. ಸೊ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಸಿ ದಿ ಗಾಡ್. ದೇವ್ರು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೇನೆ ಪೂಜಾ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ನಮ್ಮ ಜನ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನೋ, ದೇವ್ರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಪ್ರಿಸ್ಯೂಮ್. ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಲ್ವಾ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 100. ಸೊ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಈಸ್ 100 rupees and then start doing the arithmetics. So like that, in mathematics it will teach you a lot of philosophy. That's why we believe that all mathematicians are great philosophers and all scientists are great philosophers. Therefore, if you have crossed some level, they will give you a degree. Simply, what is the degree that they can give? PhD. That is Doctor of Philosophy. What is philosophy? Philosophy means love for wisdom. So any subject you take, you go into the wisdom contained in the subject, then you will be called as a PhD. Anybody will say, and in Samskrita they call him as a Brihaspati. Anyway, so hage ati sutshmam gnatva, and moreover shivam gudham sarva bhuteshu gnatva. Also you understand, you don't desire to see that Shivam, the Paramatma Ishvara. Why? Because he is a Gudha. He is secretly present in all things. So that secret we have got to unravel. That's why we call it as a Upanishad. Upanishad andre rahasyaಗಳು. ಈ ರಹಸ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೇ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕೆಲಸ. ಈ ರಹಸ್ಯ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಕಿವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ರಹಸ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು, ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಫೋನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಈಗ ಇತ್ತಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂತ್ರ ಮಹಿಮಾ ಡಲ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಫೋನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಲೌಡ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂತ್ರಗಳು ಉಚ್ಚಾರಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ತುಂಬಾ ತಪ್ಪು. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಈ ಕಲಿಯುಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಆಗಿದೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಮಂತ್ರಗಳ ಲೌಡ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಅದು ಮಹಾರು ವೈದಿಕರೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಪವರು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಬಿಲೀಫ್. ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮ್ಸ್. ದೇ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ದರ್ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಶೌಟ್. ನಮಾಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿ, ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇ ವಾಂಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಟು ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ದಿ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ದೆಮ್. ಸೊ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಏನೇನು ಗೆಸ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೋ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಈ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಂದ್ರೆ, ಗೂಢಂ ಜ್ಞಾತ್ವಾ ಶಿವಂ. ವೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಹಿ ಹೈಡಿಂಗ್? See, even the hiding place also is revealed to us. Normally, when we make a play, like Kalla police ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಕಳ್ಳ ಎಲ್ಲಿದಾನ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದರೊಂದು ಆಟ. So that's a play, the game. So if police is able to catch the thief, he is successful. So like that, Kalla police ಆಟ ಆಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು. Long when we are children. But these days, very much sorry for the children. They have no time to play at all. Because what all they play upon the computer. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, there is no physical exercise at all, there is only eye exercise. So your eyes are busy engaged in constantly viewing the light. No, not good for the eyes. That's why most of the children nowadays are wearing the spectacles, which is not possible. Only when people reach 40 years, 40 years ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ತರಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಗ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಕೆಲವರು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ವಭೂತೇಷು ಗೂಢಂ ಶಿವಂ, and he is the only one person, ekam shivam. There are not two Shivas. That's why there is no two in respect of Paramatma. So Rama says in Ramayana, so Valmiki describes him as his prime character of Rama. What is the prime character of Rama? Ramaha dvina prayujyate, dvina bhashyate. For one thing, Rama will not say two things, nor for one thing he will employ two arrows. So Rama Bana and Rama Vakya. These are unique and supremely great. Vachanavannu kottidare, Rama will never swerve. Not only his word, but also his father's word. That's why when Dasharatha and Kaikeyi told, the mother told, you have to go for Farmasam for 14 years. And my son Bharata should be thrown, should be coronated. He should become Raja. Rama had absolutely no any sign of negation or asanti. Okay, I do it. I go. But why my father is unhappy? Why my father is lying down like that? Then once Rama agreed for that kind of gesture, then Dasharatha starts talking to him. No, don't go, don't. Then Rama said to him, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ರಹಸ್ಯಗಳು ರಾಮಾಯಣದಲ್ಲಿ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Rama told his father, aham tvam satyamichami. Whether you give the word or I give the word, same. That is what the identity between a father and son. There is that mean, because Atma vai putra namasi, our Manushruti, our Shrutigandhas tell Atma vai putra namasi. You are only called as a son, but who are you? You only. Father is like son and son is like the father. So Atma vai putra namasi. Here also the same formula applies. Viswasyekam pariveshtitaram. So you are alone, and you all alone, you are pervading the whole universe. And therefore, you are the custodian, you are the viewer, you are the adhyaksha, supervisor. Therefore, if you believe that absolute thing, that Paramatma is there, he is as essentially present in everything, like clarified butter or ghee, ghrutam, and he is always peaceful, undisturbed, calm, quiet, ready to help, but he is secretly present in each and everybody, and he is available to everybody. God is available at all times. Sometimes some friends will put in their our icon ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ ಅಂತ, ಸ್ಕೈಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗಾಡಿ. So when once you want to call somebody, you can check whether he is the fellow will answer you or not. So available ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಬ್ಯುಸಿ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ unavailable ಅಂತ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. So like that, but all these three things are not there with Paramatma. He is always pariveshtitaram ekam viswasya bhuteshu gudham. And if you know him, then what would be the advantage? Why should I take effort to know him like that? You have to put forth a lot of effort. What is that effort? Tapaha. Tapasa devaha ಸ್ವರ್ಗಮಯಾಯನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ತಪಸ ಸಿದ್ಧ್ಯಂತಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಾಣಿ ನ ಮನೋರಥೈಹಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಈ ತರಹ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನನ್ನು ತಪಸ್ಸು ಮಾಡಿ ಸಿದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವೇನೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್ವಪಾಸೈಹಿ ಮುಚ್ಯತೆ, ಆಟೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕಲಿ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಕಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಲೀವ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಪಾಸಸ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಕೂದಲು ಬೆಳಗಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ವಯಸ್ಸಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆಟೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕಲಿ ಯುವರ್ ಹೇರ್ ಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೇ. ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಕಾಲ ದರ್ಯಾಮಿನ್ಯವು ಸಾಯಂ ಪ್ರಾತಃ, and sun coming going, some coming and going, and days coming and going. So with this kind of kala marpu, there will be the parinati in our own physical appearance and activity and etc. Therefore, you observe, our Svetasvataropanishad Maharshi is giving you how best you can cut the mrityupasa on one hand, chedana, and ultimately you may not be able to untie the Gordian knot at times, because your effort may not be efficient and sufficient, adequate. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅಡೆಕ್ವೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಿಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸತ್ತು ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅಡೆಕ್ವೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಬನಾನಾ ಲೀಫ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಬುಡಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ತುಪ್ಪ ಹಾಕಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಸ್ಮರಣೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅನ್ನಪತಿ ಸ್ಮರಣೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂದರೆ 25 minutes, half an hour. But that kind of effort, that kind of comfort these days people don't have. Automatically we must have all these things. Therefore press button society ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಸರ್ವಪಾಸೈ ಮುಚ್ಯತೆ, ಆಟೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕಲಿ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ರಿಲೀವ್ಡ್. ಸೊ you are seeing, I believe, the important message and very easy solutions, and also the goals when we take to spirituality that would happen to us, because earth is not permanent for us, our lifespan is not permanent to us, and nothing is permanent. We are always staying upon impermanent stage. Therefore he is telling Baba, ಜ್ಞಾತ್ವಾ ಧ್ಯಾತ್ವಾ ಯಜ್ಞಂ ಕೃತ್ವಾ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೂಲ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಉದ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಋಷಿಗಳು ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಎ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ದೇವರ್ಷಯಃ ದೇವಾಃ, ದೇ ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಇನ್ ಕ್ಯೂ to get rid of this kind of moksham. So these few words, I will stop explaining and learning Parayana, Adhyayana of the Svetasvataropanishad, and so we stop. Nandan, if you are there, can recite the Shanti Mantram. Om Tat Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu. Sarvam Sri Matrucharanaravindarpanamastu. Om Tat Satu.